crowd, and there's a crowd, and in the crowd, there's a man. And the man says to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Now, for those who might not know what an inheritance is just something that somebody leaves behind when they die, like money or a house or land or all of those things. And so this man was asking Jesus if Jesus could help him figure out how this inheritance, these things that have been left behind, can be divided. And Jesus replies to the man. Jesus says, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" An arbiter is somebody who decides who's right when people argue. So this man is in arguments or in disputes with his brother about this inheritance. Then Jesus says to the crowd, after he's spoken to the man, "Watch out! Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions." So Jesus is saying having lots of things isn't what makes life good. Knowing God is what makes life good. And then Jesus then begins his story, his parable. He starts to tell the crowd this story. He says, "The ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest." So the rich man had a lot of crops. That's what that means. Then Jesus says, the rich man thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." So this rich man had so much crop, so much fertile ground, he didn't know where to put all of these extra crops that he had. So much crop, he didn't know where to store it. And then the rich man thought about his problem. What should he do? Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones." Because he thought then he'd have enough room by doing so to store all his surplus grain, which is all the extra food that he had. It's all the food he didn't really need, right? He had so much. So he thought, yes, that's what I'll do. I'll tear down all these barns, build up some bigger ones, and then I'll be able to store everything in. He also thought then he could sit back, relax, take it easy, right? And say to himself, "You have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?" So God is saying to the man, "You're being foolish. Tonight your life will end, and all the things you saved up won't help you. Who will get all your things now? Because if the man's died, will he be taking all those possessions? All those stuff that he built up? He's not going to take it anywhere with him, will he? Because he's passed away now, he's died." And then Jesus ends the story. He ends the parable by saying, "This is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich toward God." Which means every man who gets rich on earth but not in heaven is a fool. Life isn't about having lots of things. That's what the message of the story is. What we do with what we have matters. So the main focus, the main message of this parable is focus on having a rich relationship with God. That means loving him and putting him first. And also recognize God blesses us so we can bless others. So we should be generous, not greedy, like the rich man.